Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunday Sessions. Now, today we're doing something that's a bit different. It's not different because it's pasta, but it's different because we're freestyling a little dish that was like, what the fuck have we got in the fridge? And it started off, right bro, started off with this wobbly broccoli, yeah? So I've got a wobbly broccoli, I've got some fennel, some onions, I found 5 Italian sausages, which is like proper thing to find. Garlic, parmesan, parsley, fennel herb, and we're just gonna make like a blonde sausage ragu quickly. Just like, fuck, I've got nothing to cook, what can I put together? I'm gonna show you steps that even if you haven't got all these ingredients, to make things a little better, or just a little bit of a guide so that you can come home and be like, I've got this, 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 and this. If I use the same principles of cooking, then I can make the same dish. I've got new neighbours that have just moved in, right? And they're redoing their house. So if at any point you hear like drilling or like moving a canopy, it's just the new guys. What up? Hello, welcome to the ends. So let's start off with dicing up a red onion. I like to use red onions because they have more sugar in them, which means that we're gonna get a better base. Just half a red onion. Gonna use half a fennel. And again, fennel's a bit ropey, it's been sat in the fridge a while, but goes great with sausages, great to put into bases, to cook out, to roast. It is a great little versatile vegetable. They go to a point where you can't eat them raw anymore because they've got pretty old. Then the best thing to do is chop them into a ragu. So that's basically our base vegetables done, right? I'm gonna crank the heat on this. And because we're not using tomatoes in this recipe, we need to incorporate more fat into the dish so that when it comes to putting our pasta in, we have something that's gonna help us emulsify, right? So I'm gonna go with pancetta. Now, I was supposed to order a block of pancetta, but instead was given slices, right? You can buy this in supermarkets. If not, and you've got bacon, go bacon. And what we wanna do is just allow this to like melt and go crispy in the bottom of this pan, yeah? And now this is gonna be the first bit of like flavor in our ragu. So I've gone in with the pancetta. It's gonna need a tiny bit of oil just to help it carry, right? While that renders, I've got 4 cloves of garlic that I'm just quickly gonna slice up. I'm just gonna leave the garlic sliced. In here, look, pancetta's like starting to melt. It's getting into the olive oil, and it's our first, like I said, it's the first layer of flavor that we're gonna build in our makeup. What the fuck can I cook for dinner tonight ragu is what we're probably gonna call it. What the fuck can I cook for dinner tonight ragu? So, pancetta's gonna crisp. In here, I want to go, I found 2 bay leaves. I'm going to go 2 bay leaves inside. And the bay leaves are just going to fry into that oil also. In with your base. Without the garlic, right? The garlic's going to cook quickly, so we're just going to go red onion and fennel. Now, I'm going to push this garlic to one side. I'm going to hit my base with a nice bit of salt. And then just make sure that everything's incorporated. And now, when I make a ragu, like with other videos I've spoken about going soft on your base, having onions translucent. When I make a ragu, I want deep and dark flavors. I want caramelization, I want sweetness, right? So we're gonna let this go. I mean, it's already starting to look nice. You've got bits of crispy pancetta. Base is slowly starting to cook. There's like an aromatic smell in the air from the bay leaves. Looking good for something that we've made up on the spot. Now, let this cook. Let's start peeling our sausages. So here, I've got some Italian sausages. These are Italian black pepper and fennel sausages, right? Thick, girthy. And what I like about Italian sausages is that not like our UK sausages that are like emulsified and the same consistency all the way through. An Italian sausage is like coarse, has big chunks of fat in it, has little bits of meat from different parts of the animal. So when you fry them, you get different textures, right? So I'm just gonna break this, and if I peel this open, you'll see what I mean, is that you can see little flecks of like fennel pollen, black pepper, coarse bits of meat, more finer bits of meat, and this is what we want when we're looking at sausages, right? You can do this with an everyday sausage, of course. Get your hands on an Italian sausage, you live in a dream, right? And there's a couple of Italian guys that have just looked at their girlfriends and been like, yeah, you got your hand on Italian sausage. So I'm just gonna take the condom off of them, take the little artificial skin off, right? So, I'm going to move the sausages to one side, give this board a bit of a wipe, and we're going to move on our old, tired, sad, floppy broccoli, yeah? Now, broccoli shouldn't do that, yeah? It's on its way out, probably been in the fridge for about a week. Take off a couple florets, just like cutting from the inside. Take some florets off. I'd say that was half a broccoli. I want to just slice this broccoli up because there isn't, where it's gone ropey and shitty, there's not much texture left in the broccoli, but what it could provide us is almost like a binding agent to help carry all of our flavors together. So the broccoli will cook down almost into, again, a mush, but a good mush, right? And that will help coat the pasta, carry the flavors of the herbs and the fennel and the sausage and stuff. So look, we've caramelized, right? Our sugars are out. We've got good color. We've built flavor, yeah? Now, in here goes our garlic, yeah? Just stuck it in one little corner. Now, tablespoon of each of fennel seeds and crushed chili. Give this a little mix up. We're using ingredients that we know work together throughout Italian cooking. So sausage and broccoli is already a classic pasta dish. Broccoli, fennel seeds and chili flakes, another classic pasta dish. So we're just merging things together to make like one new pasta dish, I guess. So look, garlic's cooked. There's a smell of fennel seeds in the air. I'm just gonna break in this sausage, right? Just run it through my fingers and break it in. Now the sausage is gonna release its own oils, and now the oils are gonna coat our base. Now I don't want to break it down completely, I still want some texture. I still want to know that I'm eating sausage. So now we're just waiting for the sausage to cook all the way through, and then we're going to go in with our broccoli. So I want to make sure that the sausage has had the ability to, one, cook through, and any bits of sausage that we get the exterior to go nice and crispy gives us another texture while we're eating it, right? Right, so look, we've got nice little crispy bits now. Our sausage is rendered out, it's cooked. Built a nice like spicy base. What I want to do next is just go in with ground black pepper. And these are all things I believe you should have in your store cupboards. Fennel seeds, chili flakes, black pepper, bay leaves, the odd sausage, a ropey broccoli. You should have all these things, yeah? Dry pasta, we've all got dry pasta everywhere. There's a million packets of dry pasta. You go shopping every week, you buy the same amount of dry pasta, and you don't eat pasta through the week, and now you've got a fucking cupboard full of pasta. Use it once in a while, isn't it? It's good to go in with the broccoli. Ropey broccoli goes in. Nice, I'm gonna add a little touch of our pasta water. It's just gonna help create some steam to make the broccoli wilt down now, right? That steam's just gonna help the broccoli on its way to being nice and delicious. I'm gonna go into a flat, wide base pan so that I can toss the pasta, right? So I'm gonna take about half of our pasta, because it's only for one plate of food, but if you're doing 2 or 3, use all of that. We're gonna stick our pasta here. We're gonna stick our sauce there with a little bit of water on. We're gonna get our pasta water up to the boil. We're gonna make sure that this doesn't burn the table. Right, let's talk about pasta. I've got some pasta that I made earlier, just some leftover stuff with my shiitake. And this, because it's fresh, it's literally, as long as the water's boiling, it's going to take 2 or 3 minutes. It's going to go in, it's going to come out. I'm going to do all of this pasta. Rule of thumb, I normally do like 125 grams of pasta per person. I think it's plenty. So this is about 250 for me and George, right? So one big stray bit there that we're going to get rid of. Now, pasta water is heavily seasoned, as always, should taste like the sea. It's come up to a boil, and we're going to drop our pasta into the pasta water. Just like so. If you're using dry pasta, go 1 minute less than instructed on the packaging. Still have really salty water. I like to use dry pastas that are made from egg and not just from semolina, so check the packet. They're normally a brighter yellow, the better consistency. You still get like the al dente, you still get chew. Better than like a 99p Savers pasta, just because I'm a bit of a snob. So look, our pasta is beautiful, homemade, yellow. Just gonna check this pasta. Yeah. Nice, al dente, still got bite. We're gonna finish, right? So, gonna let the pan come up. Gonna go in with our pasta. And a little touch of pasta water. Right, so it needs to be on a high heat. And we'll toss it. So look, I've tossed it the first time and it's soaked up all my liquid, right? Not much liquid left in the pan. I'm gonna stick it back down. I'm gonna run my knife quickly over some fennel herb and some parsley. Now herbs just bring out vibrancy at the end of a pasta, right? And I find that fennel herb is gonna bring out the flavor in our sausage. It's gonna bring out the flavor of the fennel in our base. Just roughly chop it. Add a little touch of pasta water into here again. So we've taken our pasta out at al dente. We're still continuing to cook our pasta, but within the sauce, right? Olive oil goes in. This is gonna help emulsify and thicken and go like gloopy and slurpy, yeah? So now, you'll see that when I toss it, You see these trickles of water that are now slowing down? You see it? They're starting to thicken. Yeah? They're no longer like a loose liquid, but it's like everything's come together and it's making nice noises. Yeah? Now, finishing. In with herbs. I want a squash of lemon, get some acid in there. Cut through all of the deep, fatty meat, right? Give it a swirl about. I'd say for me it needs a tiny little touch of pasta water, just because I know that it's gonna seize up on the plate. Olive oil to finish. Make sure that everything's together. The herbs are running through, the sausage is there. And we're good to go on the plate. Forks. Just gonna plate this beautiful, made up, midweek pasta, right? Thank you. So, to finish, nice amount of Parmesan. Little pepperiness with some decent olive oil. And that's dinner, boys and girls, children of all ages. Dinner is served. So look, our broccoli's wilted, pasta's cooked beautifully. It's gone creamy from like the fat emulsifying. Wind it up. It's all right for fresh pasta, isn't it? Yum. The first thing I get right off the cuff is fennel. And that's from like fennel herb, fennel seed, fennel in the sausage. Salty, like clean, salty Parmesan. Fatty, like fatty in a good way that coats the pasta from the oil from the sausage. I think personally the only thing it's missing is a couple like crispy breadcrumbs on top for texture, and you could put this on a menu. So look, I know this is Sunday sessions and we normally make food that's like celebrated and like, oh yeah, I'll make that on a Sunday. However, you could easily make this on a Sunday night after a long day out, going for walks, going to football, whatever. But also, midweek, Tuesday, fuck all in. Haven't been shopping yet. Got a few this, that, and the other. Swap the sausage for diced chicken. Don't put any sausage in and leave it as pancetta or bacon. Throw a ropey cauliflower in it. As long as you've got herbs, nice olive oil, pasta, some sort of veg and protein, you'll be able to make something delicious. Yum. Too yum.